What's up, guys? Welcome back to another market analysis. All right, so for this analysis, we're going to be covering from the we're going to be covering from the 4th of September to the 9th of September. Right, so right now it is Sunday, right? We have the first day of the week so far. Market's just open, so we're going to go ahead and get this market analysis underway and start talking about what we're going to be expecting for the week ahead. So I know Monday we have a US holiday, so we might not see a lot of price action. We might not see a lot of movement in the markets, right? Most of the banks might be closed, things like that. So don't expect a lot on Monday, right? You can really just take that as an extra day. But then we have Tuesday, which when the markets will really open up, which usually it is on Tuesday where the markets actually start moving, despite whether we have a holiday or not. If you pay attention to how the markets move, you'll see that you'll see it's commonly on Tuesdays that we actually start getting the setups and everything like that. But enough of the talking. Welcome back to another market analysis. Now for the YouTube, it's been a while since we have been on another market analysis, but for the Discord, I mean, this happens every week. This happens midweek. It happens consistently. So if you want more of the market analysis and things like that, right, this is only really for the Discord, but sometimes I like to give you guys a free one here and there just to give you guys an update on what we're looking at on the charts and just to help a couple people out with these setups. Now, if you do pay attention in the Telegram, for those of you that are in the Telegram, I do send some setups inside of the Telegram. If you go ahead and look at those setups and look at those opportunities and those trades that I have sent you guys, my analysis, you will see, I send the before and after. So I mean, all you have to do, I already did the most of the work for you. I already gave you the direction and everything like that. When I do those setups and things like that, all you have to do is find your entry. Okay, it's really that simple. Let me see if I can pull up the Telegram right now, and I see here, what was the last one I sent? I sent an EU the other week, and I mean, if you guys look at EU, I sent EU shorts, and if you guys look at EU, you'll see that EU has just completely started falling right after we had that huge manipulation. But we will talk about all of this as we get into the market analysis. We're going to start off with DXY, and I'm going to be covering the main pairs that I'm going to be looking out for the week and give you guys the ideas and the setups and where I'm looking to get into, where I'm looking to get out. You guys know how it goes. Okay, so if you want the actual entries and more in depth, then join the Discord, right? Sign up for that. Sign up for the mentorship to understand the meaning and understand why we're looking at these areas, so you could potentially do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and start off with DXY. So nothing new on DXY, honestly. We're still bullish. We have a huge reaccumulation right here again that we just did from last week, and then we have another accumulation right here. So essentially, I'm just expecting more bullish price action. Now, we do have a gap, I believe. Yeah, so we do have a little gap right here on DXY. I'm not sure if this is for all of the brokers. If it is, then we can expect this gap to be filled. Probably not all the way down here. We can expect this gap to be filled here, and then we potentially could continue higher, or we will most definitely come back inside of New York price action, which is right here, which is our last manipulation, and continue higher. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. Now, I'm not expecting DXY to go lower right now. We are approaching some huge areas, which is right here. Now, whether or not we sell from here or not, I don't know, right? We're just going to see how DXY reacts within this area, but we know that DXY could at least see some potential bearish pressure from this area, so we'll have to see. We haven't gotten a retracement yet, so it wouldn't be surprising if we get something from this area. All right, just seeing how big this area is and how long ago we were inside this area since 2001. That is a while ago. Okay, so we'll see how that goes, but until further notice, until we reach this area, we're going to keep buying DXY. All right, so simple enough. Euro USD sells. Okay, we're looking for shorts on Euro USD. We've been talking about this for the past couple of weeks, couple of months. For the old market analysis that you have seen, we've been looking for sales. Now, from last week, now this was the setup that I had sent before we even went up here. I sent this inside of the, let me see if I can pull it up. I sent this inside of our public Telegram. And for those of you who followed, there you go, right? This is what I sent. Now, this was the main area, and then just in case we did not go up and we just got a continuation, I sent the potential redistribution, right? And then as you can see, we came far into our actual manipulation here. We create a new distribution, right? We have our manipulation here. We have our last unmitigated area here. Market mitigated that last week. And you can see inside of there, we created another distribution as well here, and then mark out the 3 tries. But yeah, we created another distribution there. So distribution after distribution, okay? So what do you think I'm looking for? Same thing, nothing has changed. I am looking for what? A redistribution, right? So if we do not come all the way up here, we might redistribute and just get a continuation move to continue lower. Doesn't mean this area is still not valid. It just means we're not looking to come mitigate here as of right now. Now, if we do get that retracement to get back up in here, I'll be looking for any reason to sell us to the downside, okay? There's nothing more to really say on EU. It's that simple. There's nothing else to cover. That's it. We're looking for shorts. We don't see any evidence of buyers. We're seeing straight sellers. There's no point for us to even look for any opportunities to catch any reversals. You're not going to get anywhere trying to take any reversals right now. There's no actions from buyers. So continue with the sellers. Continue looking for the shorts on EU. GU is the same thing. We can see that we've been redistributing. We've been distributing for the past weeks now. We have a huge redistribution. And then we have another redistribution. We have a tiny redistribution, another one, and then we have the most recent one from last week. So the thing about EU is I do have a target, which is going to be this low, and we are approaching that low. So that's going to be my main target for EU. Now I'm hoping that we come a little bit higher and give a mitigation of this zone, just to get an easy entry in here and have an easy target, right? That's the main point. So we can get an easy entry and easy target. So if we do come up here and, we give that move, this is what I'm looking for us to give something. And then this is going to be my target all the way. All right. So if not, okay, you guys know that we have something called a continuation move. So we'll potentially have a redistribution, something like this. You'll see the market start striking itself to the upside. We'll get a huge manipulation, mitigation, and then we continue lower. This usually happens during London session that you see this continuation moves. You have Asian session create the liquidity. You have London session come manipulate it, and then the market will just continue lower. All right, that usually happens during London. So we will see whether or not we will come high enough to mitigate this area, or whether we'll just get a continuation move. But either way, we're looking for opportunities to continue shortings down. This is going to be an easy entry. This is going to be an easy target. Now, looking to see, this is my main target right now. I don't have any other targets in this. So after that, we're just going to see how EU continues to go, because as you guys can see, we are bearish. Okay, we are bearish. So we'll see how that plays out after that. Now, moving on to AU, bearish as well. All right, I have my target for AU, which is going to be this low as of right now. Okay, that's going to be the most recent, most predictable low that we can expect to be taken out. So essentially, AU has been doing the same thing that the other two has been doing. Okay, we've been seeing distributions with redistributions. We're just seeing sellers, okay? That's the point right now that I want to get to you guys, is we're seeing sellers on this. As long as DXY continues to go bullish, we're going to see sellers on some of these crosses and some of these majors, okay? It makes a lot of sense. So the same kind of setup, we mitigated this redistribution area from last week. So we're just looking for the mitigation of the mitigation, right? We're going to look for that, either a redistribution, right, if we do not come higher into this area, or we're just going to wait for the market to get up here and look for sales lower. That's it. That's simple. We don't need to confuse this. We don't need to be complicated. We don't need to be like, oh, I can probably catch a buy maybe into us. We don't need to do all of that, right? Let's just look for the shorts and wait for the shorts. We don't have to risk capital trying to counter trend and do extra when it doesn't need to be done. Okay, let's just wait for the shorts and let's just be patient. All right, so that's it for AU. And as you guys can see, when I have my alerts on these, I'm just waiting, right? I'm not going to sit here and play around with the markets when we know the direction and we know where they want to go. So let's just be patient. Moving on to UJ. UJ has gotten back on its bullish trend after we've seen this huge reaccumulation. We're seeing another reaccumulation, and we have a potential reaccumulation here. Now, UJ is a little bit more complicated than the other one, so I'm gonna go ahead and explain my thought process on UJ right now. So as you guys can see, we're having a lot of evidence of buyers within this area. That's cool, right? We have buyers inside this area. We have another reaccumulation here that had a smaller accumulation within it. So we had more buyers that came inside this area. Now, what potentially I want to see is I would like to see us go a little bit lower, either raid this low here, raid Asian lows, maybe get an accumulation here and continue higher, right? Or maybe we can get back inside of this area here, because as of right now, I don't see any actual real demand zone to trade out of unless we create it. So the only way that we're going to create that is we get a manipulation and then we have a demand zone, or we get back into an actual area of demand, of valid demand, where we could, you know, clearly say that buyers have gotten inside this area. Okay. So that is it for UJ. We're just looking for continuations towards the upside. I don't have any target for UJ as of right now because, I mean, we're just so bullish. We're just so bullish. So we're just going to keep buying UJ as it continues towards the upside, okay? And let's see. This is going to be a quick market analysis. We have ACAD. Let's go ACAD. Okay, so here is the ACAD setup that was sent inside the public Telegram, okay, that I sent to you guys. And as you guys can see, sellers took over exactly from this area. Okay, there's no coincidence of these areas that I'm looking at, guys. These are actual true supply zones that the market actually wants to sell from. When I tell you guys that, you know, when it comes to these areas and understanding Wyckoff, it's very important. It's very easy once you understand exactly where these banks and institutions are actually playing the markets. Okay, so now we had this huge manipulation from some news last week, and you can consider this a redistribution. You can consider this a supply zone. So basically what I'm going to be doing with, which is what I'm doing with all the other markets that I've been talking about, we're looking for shorts within here. Okay, we're just going to wait for the market to get up here, look for that lower time frame confirmation entry, and then continue the market down. As you guys know, ACAD is bearish. I talked about ACAD before, and we're targeting this low. Now ACAD is very far from its low, so we have very much room and space to play possible sales and continue it lower. Okay, so take advantage of that because of how far we are, so we can continue playing these sales, playing these shorts on ACAD until we reach this low right here, which is going to be its main target. Okay, so make sure you're watching ACAD to position yourself in these opportunities. Moving on to MCAD, which is like its brother. MCAD is not as far as ACAD is, but we still have not reached that low yet that it's targeting. So essentially, it's going to be the same thing. We're looking for that distribution to go lower. Okay, it's that simple, guys. This market analysis, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and simple like this, because this is what I'm looking for. This is as simple as it gets. I'm not going to try to complicate it for you guys. Okay, now all you have to do is just find your entries, find your way to play yourself inside of this market. Know what your risk is. Don't risk too much, and just know how to play. Okay, just know how to play with these shorts, with these opportunities. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Telegram, wherever you need to contact me from. Okay, let me know. So possibly another instructional video, or it could possibly be another market analysis. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.